and I will see another things to fix further. But for now, I wanted to explain more things to you. Okay. For example, I have here this hand. I'm not working on symmetry, so I have to just duplicate this and apply the deformation, mirror, and I am use this base shape reference for the hands. Well, another thing that I like to do on some point of my project evolution is work another basis mesh for the other things on the character that I need to consider. Let me see. Another thing that I want to explain. Yeah, I think that I have more resolution here from this. Let me see if I am wrong. 3 Dynamesh is half. Oh no, it's okay. I didn't change the level of resolution. I apply this 1992 resolution levels, and using the same way of create new mesh over the base mesh that you have here, using Dan standard. Just move really softly on your table. Sometimes you can see if I am applying something, but I do. Okay, but I like to go really soft. Okay, and don't worry about, sometimes you will see this kind of holes on the character, but this will work for details in the future for your project, because the body doesn't have perfection surfaces. The body has fat, you know. This fat create uniformity and not completely clean surface. So it's okay if you apply this brush smoothly and create these holes and this kind of noise. You can see, maybe I'm going to change this material to show you things better. Yeah, this material works pretty better to show that. Maybe this. Yeah, all these small things that you're applying there will work for you to create texture, details, things. Yeah, or more naturalism, you know. It's a big difference when you are working on cleaning shapes and you're working on things that flows naturally, because we don't have a perfection on our own bodies. The nature is perfect because it's too beautiful, but doesn't have perfection, and the form has accidents, and these accidents are beautiful. For that reason, I don't worry about make these accidents sculpting with my brush. Okay, let's see. Another thing that I would like to do on this step of my character, let me save this, is start to organize what I need to do to get more assets. One thing is I duplicate, sorry, just one time. I duplicate the character, I hit the other one, I'm working on my duplicate. I like to work on different parts. For me, it's more comfortable for me. For example, this guy has really defined sections, like the torso, the pants, the underwear, upperwear. I don't know how to say that. The underwear up the pants. This is funny of the character, but is a characteristic of the superheroes, you know, that they are using your underwear outside. Well, we have torso, underwear, belt, boots, legs, the neck and the head and the cape. I'm started to set this character on that ways. The main thing is extract some couple things. Okay, let's start to work on the pants. So I'm going to max this part really quickly. I'm using Control to use the max brush. So I need to turn off the base. Yeah. Now really quickly, I'm going to select this. If somebody has question, please try to comment or say something, and I will try to see your question and answer. Just let me know. Okay, I'm going to max this. Oh, sorry. You see, when you apply the brush, the max brush here on ZBrush, you will have a really smooth border. If you want to sharpen this border, just click inside the max section using Ctrl Alt at the same time. You see that if you press Ctrl Alt, you will delete the max, but if you press Ctrl over the max section, just Ctrl, you will have a border completely blurred. I want to move to back. Okay. Press Ctrl Alt and click on the max section to increase the sharpness of your max. Don't worry about definition right now. I just wanted to get basic shapes. Okay. Then you can fix it after get the shapes. Okay, now we have this underwear. Okay, I'm going to extract this portion, so you will have to move to the subtool palette and use this extract and apply extract. This to thickness, we have a hue thickness pieces there. Okay, just reduce the thickness, just 0 to extract the same. 0.003. Let's see what happened. Okay, it's interesting. I think I want to leave that. Okay. Another thing that you can extract these bands, but be careful about something. You have these walls inside, and sometimes okay, I forget. Delete some max part. If you leave dot max there, this will appear on the extraction, but don't worry, you can just select this, go to the polygroup palette, select group masked, and you'll have a new group. Then use Ctrl Shift, click on the object on the group, and Ctrl Shift again on the same group that you selected, and this will disappear, but disappear on the selection, not from the shape. From the subtool is here again. Ctrl Shift again on the same, and disappear. If you want to remove it completely, go to Geometry and use Modify Topology, delete Hidden, and now it's completely gone. Well, the other thing that I want to mention is, okay, this kind of thing, my final proposal is print this character. So for now, it's not recommendable have walls on this thing for two reasons. I want to show you. One is because if you want to apply a texture at the end, maybe you have to do UVs, and you will have two walls. The texture will apply on the two walls, and you have polygons from this wall and this other wall, and it's not necessary. Okay, the best way is close these things, these holes, and maybe if you want to add some kind of details, if you are using Dynamesh, for example, so duplicate this, and I'm using this brush, for example, and this brush started to create a holes on the wall inside, you know. And if you apply Dynamesh, sometimes these things start to happen here, and you will create holes, and you will break your mesh doing these holes. Okay, so it's not recommendable to use thickness on this type of character for productions, for print production. So the best way is close these holes, so you have to select using a mask, using the group, click on the group, Ctrl Shift, click on the group, and select with the max, drag outside the shape of the group. Now you have all the inner part masked. Invert the max, Ctrl outside the object to invert the max whenever you want, and close the hole as much as possible. Okay, and now you can apply Dynamesh. Oh, too low, sorry. Now let me change from the cut laser to select rectangle. Okay, I have no walls inside. Well, I have some walls there. Let's see what I have to do. Maybe I want to increase this. Okay, yep. This is better. Work on this. Then have double faces on these characters. It's interesting because in the cape I will need the two faces, but each part of the piece has different way to do, you know. We can move really quickly on this pen. Even you can start to apply some kind of ripples to apply tensions. And look, it's really quickly because it's low res here. Okay. And I wanted to start to apply ripples to see the tension. Of the cloth. Sometimes a person asks to me about, well, why do you do the muscles totally define it, if you will apply a cloth over that? The answer is because it's really useful to study anatomy. Okay, I know that sometimes it's unnecessary to spend a lot of time, you know, sculpting the muscles if you will cover your muscles with a suite or something like that. But sometimes interesting have the muscles exaggerated and create a suite over that. For example, having this, I can start to create connections here to apply tension and create my suite, and this will make the character stronger, you know. And you will apply another composition base or composition concept about rhythm, you know, so you can create tension and create rhythm with these lines, and you will give more dynamism on your sculpture just applying ripples on a body that is totally sharpened, totally ripped, you know. You apply small lines to create tension on the suite, and use this direction to create rhythm. Okay, this in this way, maybe in this way, we have to follow that rhythm, this motion here, and I don't want to break the rhythm applying this on this way, you know, because it doesn't have scent. So the idea is try to follow the rhythm of the motion of the body. Well, don't let me lose my focus. Sometimes happens, sorry. I just trying to explain many times that I wanted to show you in just a small portion of time. But I think it's important to consider, you know, try to get a rhythm to get dynamism on something static. And it's a good concept of the composition, you know. And you can see the difference. For example, sometimes this pectoral line looks too sharp, and you can smooth a little bit. If I create another wriggle on this way, will look really bad. So I want to follow this tension here, and this will create a tension over here, and I follow in the same rhythm that the thing that I'm doing below. Okay, well, let's see this, and I will see what happened further. I'm going to save. Well, we have these bands. Oh, sorry. Let's take a look of the pens later. And start to apply color. It's interesting, you know? So I'm going to get a similar tone. You have two ways to apply colors. One way is use your brush, change CAT to RGB, but you will apply color, not material. And I want to apply material at the same time. So use M, material channel and RGB channel. This is the difference. If you apply just color, here, sorry. If you apply just color, if you change the material, this will change too. Yep. If you apply color and material, if you change the material, you will keep the color and the material. Okay, and I wanted to leave both material and color. Okay, but please do not spend a lot of time just painting one flat color. So move here to color and apply fill object. You will have object. As you have material and RGB of channel turning on, the material of the subtool change. If you change to a basic material, you will have this on the material that you selected. Okay, it has been selected. Okay, now